I am here at Pepcom, which is just before CES kicks off with some of the absolute coolest products, many of which you will actually be able to buy even very soon. Let's dive into this. So starting off, I stopped at the XThings booth, which is offering up the world's first ultra-wideband smart lock. That's right, so this is a smart lock with ultra-wideband technology that will automatically unlock as you approach. That is far better, far more accurate than like the Bluetooth geolocation nonsense that is plaguing smart locks right now. It is incredibly cool and incredibly accurate down to the centimeter. So here's actually a demo app that they have run. You can see the location of the phone down below on the bottom in meters, and as I approach, it immediately unlocks as we get close to it. Within like a second before I even can get to the door, it is unlocked. It is so cool, and even works with Apple Watch with the ultra wideband chip in there. Now, if you want something a little bit more affordable, they do have this other Matter-enabled version. This has a fingerprint reader built in. That's $199. The ultra-wideband version is $399. It is still super, super cool. A world's first here from Ultraloq. Then I jumped over to the Ecovacs booth. They, of course, are known for robotic vacuum cleaners, and this year at CES, they have the X8 Pro Omni. So this is their new flagship robotic vacuum cleaner and intelligent docking station. Now, what's new this year is that this one has a self-cleaning mop. It fixes one of the biggest complaints with robotic vacuum cleaners, or at least robotic mops, is that as it's cleaning, it can be using dirty water. It has to continuously go back to the docking station to clean that mop off. But now, with this one, the mop is cleaned as it is going, so that's going to help give you a streak-free finish on your floor. Plus, the docking station has this little handy holder where you can add your detergent, so this will automatically mix with the clean water there at the top. You can see the dustbin there below. It'll actually suck out everything from the robot, and there's a dirty water bin as well there at the top. Plus, this will clean your mop as well. Then I stopped over at OWC. They always make some amazing peripherals. Now, there wasn't a ton here at Pepcom that they were showing off, but this here is their Thunderbolt 5 hub. There are 5 ports on this, including one upstream to your Mac and several downstream ports and an additional USB-A there on the front. LV has been making smart baby products for some time now, but this really caught my eye as a really cool piece of baby tech. Now, basically, this is a fancy rocker that can turn into a bassinet. So first, it is in that rocker mode. It even has like a learning rock mode where you can push it. It'll record your bounce that your kid likes, and then just keep repeating that to help lull them to sleep. And then whenever you need to, it actually pulls up just like that. It sucks the little cord, the little thing that holds your child down into the bottom and turns into a bassinet. So I love that it's a combination bassinet and rocker. So I showed you Lingo before. Well, this is Stelo by Dexcom. Basically, it is an over-the-counter CGM that anybody can pick up and use. They do not need a prescription, and it is able to give them real-time readings on their blood sugar. It checks every 15 minutes and syncs that data back to your iPhone and to your Apple Watch, and it supports the Apple Health app. It basically gives you a lot of insights into how things in your life impact your blood sugar. Now, I hope you stay tuned to the channel if you're interested in this kind of tech, because I'm going to be comparing the Stelo as well as the Lingo from Abbott, and we'll see how they stack up. Now, here is the Chamelo glasses. These have been going viral on social media. They've been around for just a little bit here, and they have some cool stuff like these color-changing lenses. Pretty awesome. But here at CES, these ones here actually now will support prescription lenses, which I think makes them even cooler. I also love these like sport ones that are awesome. There's some that are like solar powered. They have this adjustable slider on the side, but they can also be automatic, so they'll automatically adjust based on the light in the room. But if you don't want to go automatic, you just tap that button on the bottom, and you can use the slider to manually adjust them, whichever your preference is. I just think these look really cool, and they work really well. I was testing them, and there's just so many different applications for it. I think these are awesome. Now, I stopped by OhSnap, which is out with this new controller they are crowdfunding called the M-Con, and it's basically a MagSafe gaming controller. So you can see the magnets there on this early prototype unit. You have your iPhone. They snap together. It fits on perfectly. It pops out the top. You have Hall effect joysticks there in the middle. The little controller parts flip down to fit easily into your hand to make it comfortable, but basically the entire thing is pocketable versus a lot of the other gaming controllers out there like backbone, which is an amazing gaming controller, but it's a little bit big. This is one of the only ones that is super small and pocketable, but it's still comfortable, tactile to use. This will be shipping much later this year, but it is still going to be coming out this year. Now, iFixit has some of the coolest tech gadgets to actually fix things, and as someone who does love fixing stuff, I love their toolkits, and they are out here at CES. This is available right now at like Best Buy and Micro Center, but it is the Pro Tech Go, and it's a smaller version of their, of course, Essential Pro Tech pouch. So you can see here their iconic Pro Tech set here on the left, and they basically condensed it down to all the essential tools that anyone is going to need, maybe on the go. You have a smaller bag you want to keep in your car, take it with you, anything like that. So you can see we have got spudgers and we have tweezers, the essential bits there, screwdriver, everything you're going to need. So Flic has these cool buttons, and they have the Duo that is out this year, and honestly, it does so many things, I can barely even wrap my mind around it. It has things like gestures, so you can like move it through the air, you can rotate it to lighten and dim your lights. You can see there we're changing the color on these 3 bulbs here. Just so many different things you can do with it. It's simple, there are 2 buttons on it, it can be mounted to the wall, different commands, whether it's mounted or being handheld. Just really neat. Aqara also has very neat smart home stuff this year, and if you are big in the smart home space, you will appreciate some of these things. Now, this is one of their new controllers here, or not controllers, but meters. You can see, like, sensors and stuff going around your house, but this is what I was very much excited for. So this is their new presence sensor. It is finally battery powered. So 2 years on Thread, 3 years on Zigbee, but it is all battery powered, has millimeter wave as well as a PIR sensor in there to very accurately detect when somebody is in the room, and then can automate your lights and accessories based on that. This is huge. I am so excited to test that out. One more thing here for smart home is the new LIfx lights. So of course those big skylights, they actually have a new version of those that's even bigger that they didn't have at Pepcom, but this light here is the one they're showing off for CES, which is the Luna. It's a little oval kind of shaped light that there are buttons on the top that can control all of the ones in the room. It can be wall mounted in multiple orientations, and I just think it looks really good. Now, we can't talk about new tech without talking about Anker, because they always bring stuff out. So this is a 25,000 milliamp hour battery, which is basically the largest that you can have to take on a commercial flight. Has a very long, almost 3 feet long retractable cable, as well as a second built-in USB-C cable. So you can use both of those. The one actually acts like a lanyard. Then there are 3 USB ports, 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A. It is a 165 watt output all at once. This is their 40 or 140 watt GAN charger, collapsible cable or prongs there on the top, and then 4 USB ports, 3 USB-C and 1 USB-A. Really great to take with you with 140 watts of power. Now, getting outside of your house, this is their new umbrella. It is a solar umbrella, so it has special thermal, sun protective fabric on top, but it can also output up to 100 watts of power. So there's like an XT60 port there for like solar accessories. And then there's a USB-C port as well, so you can plug it in stuff directly to charge from this umbrella. And of course, it's designed to go with the rest of the Solix ecosystem, including these new fridges or coolers, whatever you want to call them. They can hold 2 batteries in there for a massive amount of time, or you can use 1 battery and the second one can be just a container to store things. There are 3 different sizes of these that range in price, and the highest end ones, the 2 upper tiers, actually have 2 different compartments where you can have one that is cooling for like refrigerated and the other one is freezing for actual frozen food items. I think these are so fun. And then they have all these different accessories that they are launching to go with it. So depending on how you want to use that and what your application is, you can modify it and accessorize it. So of course, right there on the front, you can see the umbrella holder. So yeah, you could power this with your solar umbrella. Take everything to the beach and never have to worry about it. There's little tables that can mount right here. This is a large wheel, so you can actually swap out the wheels on this thing, which makes it ideal for the beach. So you put big wheels, you add an umbrella, you are good to go for a day at the beach, all solar powered. Very, very cool. And of course, they are app connected too, so you can pull them up on your iPhone, monitor how much battery you have left, the temperature, everything like that. Ecobee has a new smart thermostat, so this is their Essential thermostat. It's $129, which is much cheaper than their other two models. It is just basically a little bit smaller, has a plastic exterior instead of that metal, but really you get the core experience, including support for Apple Home, which is the big one in my opinion. Of course, that's the big one, like, control with Siri and everything. You lose other things such as the speaker and the radar for everything, but it'll still work with the sensors at a new, lower price point. Then we have Roborock with their Saros 2Z70. This is just an insane robotic vacuum cleaner that has a literal robotic arm on the top of it. Now, it does only pick up smaller items, but it can clean them up for you as it is vacuuming and mopping your home. So it goes around, detects a sock or a flip-flop. It can literally lift up this arm, pick up that item, and move it out of the way so it can continue cleaning. It doesn't get jammed up with some of those things. It's literally a robotic arm. And this is a real product that will ship by June. So this is not some, mysterious product or something that's like a proof of concept. This is an actual product that they plan to ship with all these other innovations in it as well. Then we have Satechi. Satechi has a bunch of cool stuff here at CES. This is one of their new 3-in-1 and 2-in-1 chargers. They are Qi 2, so 15 watts of power. Of course, fast charging Apple Watch too. But what I was excited for is their new stand for the updated Mac Mini. They have this nice little cutout in the back, so of course you can reach that new power button, and they have an SD card reader and brought back USB-A ports for there on the front. Personally, I don't want the USB-A ports, but I know some people still need them, so it can still be very handy. I think this is going to fly off the shelves because of how popular the new Mac Mini is. They're incredibly powerful, so this is just such a perfect companion to go with it. You set it on top, plenty of cooling, easy access to the button, and additional ports. So this is the Xgmini Ascend, which is one of the coolest looking projector type things that I have seen. I don't even know how to describe this, but basically it rises out of the bottom, has a built-in sound bar. It is absolutely massive, and we are in a very lit conference hall, and this thing still looked great. Blacks, you suffer a little bit, but just considering how bright it is, it looks really cool. And they have all these different modes, and it automatically adjusts based on the mode. So here's like a karaoke mode that pops up real quick and it lowers down, or that fireplace one, which looked really neat. So it goes low, turns on that fireplace and burns, and you have like this crackling effect. It looks so cool. I love this. I could easily watch movies on this thing. It looks great. It sounds great. It's just a really cool piece of tech. Then I stopped by Moft. This sounds simple, but it's also super appreciated. It's basically a Find My enabled MagSafe wallet. It snaps on the back of your iPhone. You can get alerts if you leave it behind, find where it is. It has a speaker inside so you can track it down. And because it's Moft, it has an eco-friendly leather exterior and it has this cool origami-inspired folding. So it pulls back, turns into a little stand, whichever way or orientation you want to put it onto your phone. And unlike many of the others that require special pogo pin chargers, it can actually recharge easily on any Qi charger, wireless charger, MagSafe charger, anything like that. Just set it on there. Once it's charged, it'll go for 4 months on a single charge, and you don't need a proprietary charger to top it off at any point. I think that'll make a big difference in this. These are some of the cool things I saw here at Pepcom, but make sure you stay tuned for everything new that'll be coming at CES because we have a lot more coverage, and I'll round up the best gear for Apple users very soon.